Hi, it's Diana back with another video, and I hope everyone's doing well. And after my last video, I was thinking about, of course, more. My mind is constantly moving with this. It has been for almost a year now, but I'm kind of just getting started with, you know, my connections, my thoughts, my thinking, critical thinking. And last time I spoke was about the facts that science gives us do not support what science claims to have accomplished. And I was talking about space travel, landing on, you know, moons or planets or comets. And I essentially said, according to science, it's not possible because of the speeds at which they tell us that the solar system is moving. Now, I don't want to recap with that right now. In fact, I will at some point, because people have made some comments about, you know, relative speed and reference points. But, you know, I'm sticking to my guns with this because I didn't think it really related to what I was, the point I was making. So, but I went on to thinking, you know, about things like, well, the spinning of the Earth. How did we prove that? And I came up with some ideas, you know, but I don't want to get into that yet because I'm not going to go in the sequence of my thoughts, but I'm going to tell you, after I thought of that, I started to think about, you know, more of these science claims and what they're showing us, but yet kind of defying in a way. And one of them was, well, it's kind of related to gravity and anti-gravity or zero gravity. And my question, the question comes up for me is, why aren't we floating? Why aren't we just floating? And the reason why I asked that question is because what I'm seeing, very visual person, and, you know, as an artist, and we're always making connections, and in fact that's the essence of art: connections, critical thinking, and intuitiveness. So I look at this ISS, International Space Station, and I see these people floating, but and I'm saying, well, why are they floating, really? I mean, many people have debunked, you know, the ISS and, you know, their activity there. But this is what comes to mind when I see them, or now it does anyway. After, you know, thinking, driving to work, I do a lot of thinking. So this is what I've noticed about that. The ISS is essentially orbiting the Earth. So they say. They're just going like this. And they say they have, science says they have to do that in order to have no gravity. And so they're floating in space. So let's say this is, you know, the Earth, and this is the ISS, you know, going around and around and around. But they're going around at 17,150 miles per hour. Okay. The Earth is orbiting the Sun. Here's the Earth, and it's orbiting the Sun, right? Also, that's all it's doing. It's orbiting. And it's orbiting the Sun at 67,000 miles per hour. Okay, 67,000 miles per hour. What's the difference? They're floating and we're not. And so, and then I realized, well, what creates the, you know, that floating thing in life? Okay, the only thing that I could think of is the zero gravity planes, okay, airplanes. in order to create that sensation, and you know it's true, you know, you see them floating up and down when they go through, I think they call it a vomit comet or something like that. Anyway, so what they're doing is they're making these parabolic maneuvers or curves, and essentially they're in this free fall state. So they experience this weightlessness. So they're really free falling, and that's what they're saying the ISS people are doing. They're free falling because they're going around the Earth. But are they free falling? How could they be free falling? They're making an orbit. They're going around. They're not going down. That's free fall. Going down is free falling. And I don't think the ISS is shooting down in order to free fall. So I say, and also science says that gravity is always there. In fact, they say that the planets, you know, and the Earth are all orbiting, and that's how they stay in orbit, because of gravity. But according to what I'm seeing here, this motion of, you know, orbiting is anti-gravity. So why are we standing? You know, anything that's on the, you know, that's not attached to the Earth is not floating. Why? So I mean, I would have to go with the density thing. You know, like because what goes up must come down. Free fall. They're free falling. No matter where you go in space, I'll bet you there's no zero gravity. It's all, you know, you're always going to fall. I don't know if I've made my point that clear, but orbiting, this is not consistent. This is orbiting, yet there's no gravity. This is orbiting, yet we have gravity. Something's wrong with this picture. So, and as I see it too, this motion is not equal to this motion. This is the Earth, right? Well, it's not really globe as far as I'm concerned, but you know, there's Earth, and this is this motion that creates no gravity. There's the Earth, but here's the Earth, but this motion is not equal to that motion. Anyway, that's what I've got for today. And I did have another idea, like I said before, of how we can test whether the Earth is rotating or not. And I was thinking, well, I was actually thinking about how can you suspend something in midair? And I was thinking, balloon, no balloon, you know, can, you know, waver with the wind, then I woke up the next day and I started driving to work, and I thought, helicopter. A helicopter can hover in one spot. And I think that if this is, now I'm not afraid to be wrong, you know, I mean, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I have to put it out there. I have to say it. I think if there was a helicopter hovering in one spot, could maintain that one spot for 24 hours, I believe it would be in the same exact spot when the sun rose and set, on the same spot on Earth. Now, I know I could just hear some people saying, well, you know, moving with the atmosphere, or you know, I can even see them saying, you know, the mass of the Earth is equal to the whatever, you know, some equation about gravity and mass and whatever. But, you know, there's a contradiction going on here. And this is how I see it. If you have any ideas, you can bring them up. I'd appreciate it. So I do go with the density idea because people have been talking about density, and you know, it's not gravity, or you know, whatever you call it. It's just not this thing, that this force that's creating this contradiction. Even with the you know, like the solar system, they say that the gravity is holding, you know, these planets in an orbit that are like billions of miles away. And of course, the closer you get to something, supposedly the gravity is stronger. But look at the ISS; they're right next to the Earth, right next to it, and they're defying it, defying the, you know, well, they look like they are. So I've been really excited about this. You know, since I made my last video about this, you know, contradiction. I don't know if I've left anything out. Essentially, they're not free falling. They're going around. Yet they're, you know, showing this weightlessness thing. And, it doesn't make any sense to me. So orbit does not equal free fall. I guess that's, you know, I mean, I think I need a bigger boat, basically. I mean, if I had a whole stretch, you know, a whole chalkboard out there like, you know, those crazy mad scientists do, I'd be like, anyway, so that's what I have for today. And thanks for watching. Thanks for making all your great videos. I mean, you're just, you know, doing a lot of contributions, and I've been, you know, benefiting from them, and it's free. And thank you so much. So until next time, have a great night.